Ultima Online, like any MMO, is often driven by repetition. It can regularly feel like you're logging in to grind a set of mobs or a dungeon to raise a number. So once that number is achieved, you can grind that same dungeon or that same set of mobs quicker. A never-ending treadmill you simply cannot escape. I fall victim to this grind at times and lose sight of the fact that Ultima Online Outlands is a sandbox. And this sandbox means you can sometimes get off the treadmill and just play how you want to, regardless of the meta or the gameplay efficiency. That's what today's video is. It isn't a grand adventure or a template showcase. It's me engaging in some of the solo content Outlands has to offer, while sharing my journey with you. A different kind of video, slower, less goal focused. But this is the Outlands I enjoy. The side quests that may not lead to main story glory, but can still offer engaging gameplay. This is the quiet weekend of a solo. Okay, so today I'm doing something I've never done before, but I've seen a few folks in my Discord talk about it and it looks really fun. And I wanted to capture my first attempt at pit trials as a solo, at least in a video. So I've built my archaeology desk, which allows you to begin the pit trials. You can do it in 3 players, 1 player, or I think it's 2 or 5. And then basically each player you play with, each group size you play with, gives you a different level of difficulty. Solo being the easiest, but also you're on your own, so it is a little bit difficult as well. It's wave based. So I know the high level aspect. It's wave based, you kill a set number of mobs, that then spawns the next wave, and you have 30 minutes to get to the very end, the very last wave, which is wave 15, which we are never getting to. Oh my goodness. You're guaranteed a link for finishing this, up to a gold. Obviously bronze is the most common, silver would be great. We had someone in Discord do their first ever pit trial the other day, and they got a gold link, so they've probably stolen the luck for the whole shard, and no one's getting that for a while. Jeez. I mean, this is a selection of low level mobs, but there's so many of them, it's actually a little bit daunting. Let's get the magic casters out first. We haven't got magic resist on this build. Honestly, I might change that this weekend. I might drop focus for magic resist. You now get a oh my god, my health. You now get a swing speed bonus for magic resist. So even though I'll lose some with dropping focus, it'll be still beneficial, I think. The one thing I didn't say was that there is increased aggro range in pit trials. So if you see enemies beeline for me from far away, that's why it's intended for this mechanic. We have a pretty slow clear time at the moment. It'll be interesting to see how we do on the later levels. I'm not sure if actually being in the middle probably is the wrong strategy. Probably want to like hold the corners, to be honest. Despite these mobs being relatively low level, the volume of them and their aggro range made wave 1 of this clear quite slow, at least on my Axe Warrior Paladin template, and at least at 14 silver links. I've heard trappers and summoners dominate the pit trials, but I was here to test my preferred template regardless of the meta, so of course I had ups and downs. Okay, so I kill this mob, wave 2 will spawn. I'm not 100% sure how it will spawn. I'm not sure if it will be like I think in Gears of War Horde mode, which this is obviously akin to. There was like a countdown. Oh, well, never mind. There is no countdown. Oh, I've just aggroed like 7, 8 mobs at once. Oh my god. I really should have lured that mob at the end of wave 1 to a corner. I've really messed up here. Okay, let's There's nothing in this corner over here because I've aggroed this corner. I've even got a goddamn bull chasing me. This is rough. Oh my goodness. I gotta be so... Oh, never mind. I was about to say I've got to be so careful and not aggro another mob, but I've somehow done it. Yeah, honestly, I think we do want to add magic resist to this template because if there's casters mixed in with these mobs, they're just destroying me. I've also got that classic bad habit that you shouldn't do in any MMO, but I cannot unteach myself from doing, and that's that I run when I'm low on health, and then I aggro more mobs, which then gets me lower on health. I've done it for 20 plus years in Ultima and all MMOs that I play. I know it's dumb, but we're about to die. Oh, first death, wave 2. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you just re-equip as normal, and then you can loot your body once you're back in the pit trial. So I've grabbed a new set of gear. And does everything just stay the same? It does. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that aggro range has got me again. Sheesh. It's really strange having a new aggro range in pit trials. What you think is going to be a safe run really is not. I've switched to discipline aspect, which actually I might regret and I might undo. Oh my god, that guy's aggro to me as well. We might want to stick with holy for this. We'll see. I do want to do some kind of discipline template in the future because it's pretty cool one for warriors. If you can kind of treat these pit trials, I think anyway, as a man who's done one pit trial, so clearly I'm an expert. If you can like take each of the corners and kind of isolate the mobs there and work your way around, that seems to be the best strategy. Again, that will probably vary if you're a trapper or a summoner, but for me, that seems to be the way to do this. Warriors are so interesting in Outlands because they don't feel weak early game. That's not how I want to describe this because I actually feel this is a great template. But they definitely have this like crazy curve on them where, you know, when you start them, kind of 0 aspect or 1 to 2 levels of aspect, they don't feel that strong. But then when you get to kind of end game, you get your, you know, your high end links, max your aspect. They're really strong. They're a really interesting template. I kind of wish that mid game was slightly stronger for them because to me they're one of the kind of the iconic ways to play the game. They'll never be as popular as mages, obviously, or casters, I should say. But I just love the Dexter or the warrior in Ultima. I didn't used to. This is an Outlands thing for me. I said before, I'm sure I'll say again in numerous videos, so I apologize if you've heard me, but I definitely played casters and thieves was what I always played, and now I play warriors, gatherers and thieves. As an aside, I'm not sure how enjoyable it is just to hear me waffling as I kill mobs, but this is ultimately what a lot of Ultima Online is, right? It's setting a goal and then chipping away at it. I normally cut a lot of this out of the videos because I do just ramble to the camera or the microphone, and I'm sure I'll do a lot of cutting in this video, but I do want to make sure I capture the realistic gameplay of a solo, which often is just talking to yourself and aimlessly farming mobs in the hopes of a small percentage drop chance. Although in this case, I'm not actually farming these mobs for a set goal. I just want to see how far I can get in pit trials as this template, and we'll maybe try our backstabber after the fact. But yeah, I do try and keep my videos a little bit more focused, a little bit more goal driven. I'm doing this thing, I'm achieving this thing, and I'm doing it via these methods. But this weekend really is just about logging in, axe in hand, and just trying some content, you know? Okay, we're going to be at 10 minutes when I kill these last few mobs, probably nearer 9. So, depending on what comes at us in wave 4, I think we can maybe get to wave 5. It really depends how many casters are sent our way. It's the casters that really mess us up. I'm trying to time a rope telly to the bottom left to this mob dying, or bottom right, sorry, yep, go, go, go. Nice, that might have just saved my bacon a little bit and ensured that I didn't pull any of these central mobs. If I can just slowly clear this section, I think we can get to wave 5. I actually died twice on wave 4. A lack of healing variety was causing me problems, but I can definitely see this build doing well at higher mastery chain links unlocked, and definitely doing well in a group. But regardless, I was enjoying taking on this solo focused content for the first time, which finally led me all the way to wave 5. Oh Jesus, we're so dead. I stepped slightly too close to the middle, and I have once again not learned my lesson and not started these waves in the corners. Oh, we're dead. Oh my god. Oh jeez, that was more than expected. Okay, so the trial is over. There was a minute left when I died, and by the time I rezzed and made it back here, it was over. So looking at our spoils, some gold coins, an MCD. We got a bronze mastery chain link, which is a bit of a shame. Skill orb. Yeah, we didn't really get a lot this time round. So you need 10 of the survival kits to start a pit trial, which means that we probably just broke even with this once I sell it all. So yeah, definitely wasn't as good as it could have been, but still a fun content experience. I had the itch now, and I went back in immediately for another run. This time on my backstabber. It was considerably slower, but much, much safer. This is more my vibe at the moment, just the casual backstabbing gameplay, especially in the low levels when you can just hit your one shot and then hide immediately. This is going to be a really slow but good clear. I'm actually trying to move away from the backstabber being my main because, oh, new wave, because I would just play it all the time, and there's only so many backstabber videos I can make before everyone gets bored and unsubscribes. So the backstabber is going to be my my off-camera, so to speak, template for quite a while now. Oh, that's annoying. Ooh, it's gonna be rough. My smoke bomb is almost off cooldown. I just need to avoid some of these AoEs, which I did not do now, I think. Yes. Ooh. That's the danger of the backstabber. But we should be fine for this wave. Come on, give me that one shot. Nice. The good thing with the backstabber as well is you kind of get extra gold because of the backstab and the stolen goods. But we've got 3 minutes left and we're almost at wave 5, so we're matching our swordsman but slower. Oh, that's not ideal. Only 2 mobs remaining though, so we'll definitely start wave 5, but we won't get very far. Okay, where is the last mob? I think it's the bottom right corner, maybe? I've not been there yet, I don't think. This should be a one shot. And then we've got to hide right away because the wave 5 will spawn. That was close. I wonder if any of the mobs that reveal you can spawn in pit trials, because that would be an absolute disaster if that happened. We'll just kill a few mobs here. We'll not finish wave 5, obviously, but we'll kill them, we'll get the gold, maybe a few stolen goods. Can I one-shot this? I cannot remember, actually. Nope, sure can. Oh boy. Oh, I'm dead. I forgot about the aggro range. I should survive 18 seconds. There's no way. Oh my goodness, please. No. Okay. Well, we ended that on a bang. Okay, let's see our goodies, shall we? So, spoils. Oh! We got the Silver 8 Mastery Chain. Silver 8, Jesus, I'm so excited. We got the Silver Mastery Chain link. Nice. Yeah, that's like 500k if it's a trash one. Fossil parts are kind of whatever. Cores are good though. Oh yeah, that's a really good run. And I think that's maybe 500k. Maybe, I need to double check that actually. But yeah, that's a really good run on the Backstabber. Heck yes. And ultimately we got Aspect and Chain experience, which is really good as well. So that's awesome. Okay. So as much as I enjoy pit trials, it's not something I can run constantly. It's a little bit repetitive. So I did see there's a 150k Society for the Wilderness. I've got the Omni one as well, which I always say I'll do the Omnis during the week and then I never do, but maybe this week will be different. I am playing a new template, you'll notice. I'm playing an archer build that I'm toying around with. I love archery in video games and all MMOs, so let me show you the template. So this is it right here. It's nothing special, standard chivalry archer, but you'll note that I've got arms lore in there. And my silly plan, well, I'm holy aspect 12 as well. Ideally, I'd be using frost or lightning, and maybe that will be something I do in a later video. But my silly plan is I've got a bunch of melee special chance links, which is dumb. So my goal is just to hit hinder after hinder after hinder, and just basically sit there like a machine gun while the mobs can't get close to me. And I tested it on Test Center, obviously, and it was pretty effective, but the damage was terrible. So the time to clear mobs is really slow. But because you've got the hamstring, you've got the hinder, you've got the disarm, you can kind of just sit still. And as long as you don't do what I'm doing right now and take 2 mobs at once, you take 1 mob at a time, it's actually very effective. I don't think I would recommend this build to solos, but I wanted to have something for group content. I used to do my bard in group content, my tri-bard, and I loved that. But I got a little bit bored of the bard gameplay, and I never really replaced that kind of group template character. And I find that when I'm playing group farming, for example, I'm playing with people who are more experienced than I am. They've got more experience in the game, their characters are more experienced. Oh, my dog is next to me. And they kill mobs quicker than I do. So if I'm on my swordsman, I'll kind of run into the fray, you know, hit the mob a few times and it'll die. I do need to improve my swing speed, so we might need to change some of our links. This will be actually about 44 with my Divine Fury on, but we want it to be at 50. So yeah, I definitely am Holy Aspect. Yeah, we're fine. So yeah, I wanted a template for Time Dungeon or for group farming content that could kind of stand in the back line, just pepper. I feel like the hinders could be kind of fun. I don't know. I think ultimately I want an archer template and I want a group content template. And I've put them both together where maybe I shouldn't have. But I think there's something interesting here. If I can play with the links a little bit, get that swing speed up. This could be fun. Slow but fun. Alright, see if I can do this now. Okay, the disarm is popped. The finisher is popped, which as you can see is nice, but not a lot of damage. There's the hinder. Yeah, see, we've got a 20% chance basically to hit the hinder. We probably want some swing speed in there and melee damage, but that does kind of get rid of the hinder. As you can see, I can just kind of kite this mob. I've got parrying, I've got magic resist. I can, honestly, I could probably just overlay the aspect mastery and look at my stats and like be completely safe one-on-one because of the skills that I've got. I think if my holy was frost or lightning, this could be a viable template. I really enjoy the concept of this build, as my waffling shows, but it's clearly ineffective in comparison to my Axe Warrior or Backstabber templates. My goal is to move away from my 12 hours content, but if I'm being honest with you, I think a 12 hours in Archer video will soon be on this channel. The next day, I swapped back to what I'd probably consider my main template at the moment, my Axe Bleed Warrior. I decided to drop focus in favour of magic resist. Doing this would make my template much more viable as a solo, but I did have to finally swap out some of my links to incorporate additional swing speed. I also want my Dexter template to be the swing speed cap to maximise hit rate and thus damage potential. Okay, so for those interested, this is where my Holy Axe Warrior is at the moment. Focus gone, resist in, and this feels pretty good as a template, to be honest with you. I'll probably tinker with it more and more as I get more links unlocked, but for now I'm happy. Also, you'll note that I always chivalry gate to the guild house. That's because I get my 8.3% damage bonus from my sacred journey, and then I just recall to where I'm farming. I'll spin to this guy, a fellow Axe Warrior. You'll love to see it. He is in my farming spot, but there's a room back here we can go to. They are adding a level 2 to Undermountain, which will be quite interesting. No idea when that's coming. I don't actually read much of the general Outlands Discord anymore. I always check the real estate channel just because I find it quite interesting looking at the houses and I look at the deco channel as well. That kind of thing just interests me, but generally speaking, I don't get too involved in the general chat. I think that's the benefit of being in a big guild. Big's maybe the wrong word, but an active guild, shall we say. Because we have our own Discord and a lot of the information is shared there. And it's easier asking questions in a smaller setting. I do recommend the new player channel to new players, of course. I'll always recommend that. I think it's a fantastic place for questions and feedback from experienced players. But I'll also always recommend joining a semi-active guild. I don't want to say big guild because sometimes guilds can have a lot of numbers but not be active in your time zone or when you want to play or the style of gameplay you want to play. It's important to find a guild that kind of ticks a lot of those boxes as well. So you'll note that I am luring one mob at a time out of this room, which may seem a little bit boring, but these archers, these drow archers, they do this fire's volley attack, which can really mess you up. I can do like 100 health, really. Is it 100? I think it might be close to like 1890 of your HP really quickly. And I've somehow managed to fight this mob in the most boring spot for a video. You can't see my character, you can't see the mob, you just see this bronze, this iron copper gate blocking the view. And we've got a world save now. The most engaging of gameplay sections you'll see in this video, let me tell you. This guy left? No, he's not. I feel a little bit bad. I'm gonna lure this mob over here though. Oh, he's the Frost Axe man. Yeah, I really should do some frost or lightning leveling at some point. I didn't do it for a long time because I was doing my backstabber, and backstabber or shadow cores, sorry, are kind of quite expensive. But I just did a massive sell off. I was hoarding so much stuff, which I think you should do because you don't know what you want to play as you progress in the game. So I was hoarding bronze links, I was hoarding cores, and I kind of realized that if I've had them for 18 months and I've not used them, it's time to sell them. So I've got a bit of gold now. I simply ran around Undermountain, axe in hand, swinging wildly at all mobs who stood in my way. My goal was the 150k society, as well as some mastery chain progress I needed for my next link. These last few mobs should take me there. Oh, a little bit of gold, lovely. I really shouldn't be looting. Well, I'm always going to loot gold, it's always going to happen. But at certain points, looting gold that people leave behind actually slows down your progress because you're not killing mobs. And if your goal is to level up your aspect or to level up your mastery chain, just looting mobs and not killing things, you know, goes against that goal. But at the same time, I'm a simple man. I see free loot, I take free loot. So that's never going to change. Hey, we've done our society. For the length of time I've played this game, my character, in terms of my mastery chain progress, is so under-leveled. But I think I'm okay with it because I'm just a bit of a loot goblin, hence my loot goblin Lofi channel, you know? Love just looting, taking stuff. It's just something I've always enjoyed in video games. I was the guy in Skyrim who was looting all the cheese wheels, you know? Mid-combat, pausing the game, just devouring like 30 cheese wheels to get my health back. Those are the good old days. Cheese wheel gang. I want to grab this stuff. Yeah, probably, right? Oh, got a PK. Gonna teleport past him. Oh, he stole my stamina. No, why is the mob aggro to me? Oh, nice. That actually might poison him as well. Nope, didn't poison any of us. Okay, I did disarm him. Okay, he's a poison Dexter. Oh, gosh. Oh, please. I have all the PKs that have attacked us. The one that we have the best chance against is a Dexter. I can disarm, I can hamstring, I can almost die. Oh boy. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, the 1 HP. Okay, we need to get away from those mobs for a second, just reset. Okay, nice. Oh my god, his poison spam is going to get me, I think. Luckily, I've got a gazillion cure pots. Oh, this is not good. We are hitting him for a bit of damage, though. Well, never mind. He's healed. Okay, let's do a little bit of ring around the rosies. I can't actually leave yet, but can I? No, I didn't think so. I don't have a PvP timer on this character, which I'm realizing is a bit silly now. Okay, nice. Huge. Oh my god, he's killed himself. Come on, Fungaloid, poison this man. Yes, poison him. Okay, we might both die, but he will definitely die. Let's go. I think my first successful solo... Oh, I'm going to die. Well, let's hold that thought for a second. Please move. My rope is on cooldown. Oh god. Oh god. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. It's all going to be okay. Gosh, that is our first... I think that's my first solo PK kill. I could be wrong, but it definitely rings a bell that it is. I've obviously killed players one-on-one as my thief, and I have killed PKs as my PVM character, but I don't think ever solo. That said, I respect this man playing a warrior, non-stealth PK. That feels really rare. You know, he wasn't a stealth mage PK with alchemy. This guy, listen, I can respect the hustle. I hope you enjoyed this different style of video from me. The same editing, the same music choice, but more of a second monitor experience. The Outlands you can watch while you yourself play the Outlands. I've had a few weeks off Ultima Online since my review video, but I'm excited to resume normal service of Outlands content henceforth. So with that said, thank you to my channel members who support my content, and thanks to you for making it this far. I know I say it in every video, but if you enjoyed this content, please do consider leaving it a like and subscribing. It really does help push my content to a wider audience, albeit a very niche wider audience. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next Outlands adventure.